Hello and welcome back to another OMNIHEROES video. Today I'm going to do a unit review for Salleine. I wasn't going to prioritize Salleine, but he is one of my favourite units, and he did manage to get me through stage 91, I believe, of the Rift Odyssey. I can't jump on it now, but I had a setup very similar to this. Bear with me. In order to get through the Mystifiers challenge, I had this setup here. I was using Naui in this slot, in the middle slot here, to do as much damage as I possibly could. But in fact, it turned out that I needed to replace Naui with Seline, and the reason that I've done this is because of the Striker synergy. So we'll get back into the unit here. Sal is one of my favourite units, and apparently is very good in endgame for specific missions, specifically the Rift Odyssey. So just going to jump into his synergies first. So he's an Avenger, first and foremost. The Avengers synergy, if you've got 5, grants the allied team 100% chance to be revived one time, restoring 60% of max HP upon revival. Increases damage boost of revived ally by 250% for 3 rounds, and that decreases. So you don't even get the damage buff if you've only got 3 Avengers. The next synergy is the Dawnbringers synergy, which we've covered in a previous video for Katrina. But again, each basic attack by an ally unit has 50% chance to initiate a combo. So it's quite good with Sal because of the attack stacking that he does. And finally, his Striker synergy here. Bear with me. Sorry, I've been a bit under the weather. So it increases attack of all allies by 35% every round. If you've only got 2, increase the attack of synergy mates by 25% every round, which is typically enough. If just having 2, if you can squeeze the 3 in there, absolutely fantastic. Increase the attack of all allies, which is a very useful buff to have. Again, I've said it before, I believe it's the second most powerful synergy of the 3rd slot. The first one being Monarch synergy. Bear with me again. Sorry, I might have to keep pausing that. Got a bit of a runny nose. So the primary reason that I do enjoy Sal is because of his ultimate. And I fell in love with his ultimate because it's cleared so many stages for me. Seline summons an Ice Eagle that unleashes Everfrost, dealing up to 487% magical damage to all enemies. The all enemies part is crucial, and the fact that it's 487% with his attack stat of 398 at 14 stars respectively is nothing to frown upon, and it works with the Striker synergy as well as the if you do have 5 Avengers, the 250% damage boost for 3 rounds plays into that as well. Next one, Frigid Icicles. Seline forms ice crystals to attack frontline enemies, dealing 160% magic damage, so nowhere near as powerful, and it's got less of a range as well. So not my favourite attack, but a key thing with this is if the frontline enemies are down, or you've killed them, it will hit all 3 of the backline enemies if they are still alive. So good for cleaning up on Lost City if you're able to take the frontline units out as well. The first passive, the Rhyme Cage, when Seline receives active healing, he also receives 2 stacks of attack boost, and the limit of attack boost stacks increases by 15. for all allies. That's a very powerful effect, and the only other unit that I've seen have an effect or similar effect to increase the attack boost stacks is Lily and Leah, and they increase it by 10, whereas Sal increases it for 15, by 15 for all allies. And when Seline is deployed, the limit of heal rate bonus stacks increases by 5 for all allies. Not something I've seen, it's not something that's been too effective, because not many units do increase the limit of heal rate bonus. Increase heal rate bonus. The final passive, the Icy Assault. When he receives active healing, he also receives 2 stacks of damage boost, which is a separate stack from attack boost. The limit of damage boost stacks increases by 15 again for all allies. So effectively pumping up the maximum amount of damage that all of the allies on the team can potentially do, specifically attack and damage boost as well. His final Oath Force 2, attack plus 10, HP plus 10, and defense plus 10 as well. His talents, every 1% increase in Seline's dodge additionally increases attack by 2%. And 1% respectively when you get up to 11 stars, I believe, which is quite it's quite useful if you build him correctly. So I'll move on to his runes in a second, but his talents increases his dodge rate by 15% and cure rate by 15%, and then level 2 is 30% and cure rate by 30%, so dodge 30%, cure rate by 30% as well. So I would suggest for Sal specifically, it increases his attack, as we saw here, by 2% for every 1%, so every increase in his dodge rate as well. So it's an addition of 60% attack when you get his runes up to legendary, his talents up to legendary. And finally, his runes. So I've got here equipped. I've got the crit damage, and also his dodge as well. So increases on dodge by 15%. So it's an additional 15% as well. If it was up to level 4, it would give him Holy Shield, and his unique. Performing consecutive basic attacks has a 25% chance to apply stun, which can potentially be useful if you do have that, but again, it's not something I would suggest. It's not worth investing in. The rune skill for him converts 10% of healing received into own attack. That is essential. I would say for this unit to thrive, because the 10% of healing received into own attack is very similar to how Catherine works, the new Mystifiers unit, the Mystifiers unit, Catherine, and then he gets 20% of healing received into own attack, so effectively double if you get his runes up to legendary. I haven't seen a need for it at the moment. He does enough as is with the exclusive runes. But I don't. For him to be viable, I would suggest the exclusive runes are required. But again, there are other units that you should be prioritizing those exclusive runes for. If you can get Selines, they're absolutely fine. More power to you. If not, there are other units to prioritize. So I'm just going to jump over and we'll get into some gameplay. Welcome back. So we'll start with Sal. I've seen a lot of people start with Sal in slot 4, maybe even slot 5. But for me, the only place to really play Sal is slot 1. It's the slot that I've always had him in, and it's just the way that the relics seem to seem to function. So the healing vase, this is a I suspect it was made specifically for Sal. Healing energy flows out from the bottle to carry out healing equal to 400% the relic attack on ally unit with the lowest HP. Increases the relic heal rate by 20% for each one Avengers Synergy mate deployed. After casting Healing Vase, gains 60 relic energy and applies 1 stack of healing reduction. This in early game, this is the setup that you should be going for if you don't have any legendary relics. This saw me through a lot of the difficult early game and mid game content, primarily because you go 60 relic energy, you go reduce the cost of the next relic by 40, and then you get the shield immediately, which can save you from a lot of early damage against, for example, verdant allies, or allies with a lot of attack, basic attack damage, which will just one-shot a lot of the units. A holy shield stack really does help. In this case, this is the Avengers setup, and at the moment we're on an Avengers stage, so I'll save the relics like that. If I was going to run an Avengers team with Sal on it, I would run Lachesis, who is his best friend. If in early game, Persephone, because what she will do is she'll heal him to full, give him increased attack damage and increased attack damage and increased attack. And Lachesis will do a very similar thing, debuffing the enemies, and also if Sal is the most damaged or your team has full health, she will heal slot 1, which is why primarily I do focus on Seline in slot 1. But for now, we'll go with a standard setup for Avengers. And then we will put in his best linking partner, I would say, is Atrops, which is why I've got another video out on Atrops, but her and Sal go very well. She's got the Striker synergy, she's got the Dawnbringer's synergy as well. I'm going to switch it up slightly. I'm going to move Arcdina down here, and the reason for that is because I can see there's a Percival here who's going to try and snipe this slot 5, and I'll move Lachesis over here, so we'll have Lachesis. No, I'm going to swap it around like this because Lachesis should kick in after Persephone's heal, potentially. So we've got Atrops, Persephone, Lachesis, and Arcdina. Let's jump in. So you can see we've got the Striker synergy and the Dawnbringer synergy linking up very well. Seline doesn't really have an excellent linking partner on the Avengers synergy, besides potentially the Storm Chaser who came out in Season 0, but in my opinion he's not very good. So we see Lachesis unfortunately healed herself there and not Seline, so we will get the heal from Persephone as well, and Atrops increasing the attack of everyone. So you can see we've done half of the enemy's health in one shot effectively with Seline. And in the next round we should see, as long as there are no dodges, we should see him, so Percival sniping there. The second round for Lachesis is a good heal. Seline took out both of the frontline enemies there. Excellent stuff, and we see the Hand of Tyr resetting everything and providing that well-needed shield. I suspect, Arcdina's gone, unfortunately, but she's not specifically required to complete this. So hopefully we should see Sal be healed here. Yep, so you can see the increase in attack damage. So we've got 14 and 8. We're going to see that massively go up. See, it's gone up to 20 and 12 damage, and he's just wiped out the backline enemies here. So quite an easy victory. So now we will look at Dawnbringer's synergy. Let's see if I've got any down here. Here we go. Dawnbringer's synergy. So we're going to take out these 3, and we will add in some additional Dawnbringers. We'll stick in Catherine, and we'll leave it at those 3. And really, we do need a healer. So go back to the chests here. And then we'll go 4 Dawnbringers just to try and get through. And let's see how this does. So I don't think we'll see the same numbers for Sal as we did previously. We've still got the Striker synergy, and we've still got the potential heal. The healing vase again, absolutely spot on for Sal. As long as he's in slot 1, you'll get that massive increase. We should see a hit from Lachesis here on Atrops. Unfortunately, missing out on Salleine here on the damage there. We do see the increase in attack. And as you can see, nowhere near as much damage, but we do get the Holy Shield stacks up as well, saving, I suspect, a fair amount of damage. We should see, yep, Katrina and Dorabella going to work. Unfortunately, we're down, so potentially this is not the correct build. We do see Sal finish off that front row, but unfortunately the Phantom synergy kicking in there has brought back one of the enemies on the front line. You see, we've got the Avengers synergy here, so potentially we might see him revive. And there we go, attack stacks. Yep, down and out. So we lost this one, unfortunately. So let's try this again. But instead, we'll take out the chassis and we will put in Karnak. Now, what I want to demonstrate here is that not all healing will give a Sal a buff. So the crit damage healing from Karnak is not classed as active healing. So it's very important not to get those two confused. Let's see how this one goes. I don't suspect it'll go too badly this time, and if we do fail again, I will switch up the relics as well to full ethereal relics, just to see if we can get that crit damage in. So we see the healing, it doesn't increase Sal's attack bonuses. So he's got 11 at the moment, but that's because of the vase and also because of his own attack stacking. See, we're still not doing as much damage as we possibly could with Sal, and I'll show you that in this final build here. We'll see Katrina takes out front line, Dorabella following up with a combo attack. It's very powerful against these types of enemies. Yeah, absolutely wiping them out here. I think we just need one more round of attacks and we should be good to go. But we've seen what we needed to here. Karnak's passive does not increase Sal's attack either, unfortunately. We should see a big hit here. No, just a miss, of course, as is always the way. But it seems, yeah. We'll move on to Strikers. Now this is my new favourite team, this Strikers synergy. And I'll show you the team build here, so we'll take out you 3. We go to get Catherine, we get Sarah, and we'll have the Chesses as well. So this is 4 Strikers on the same team, and we're going to see how well this does. I'm just going to change out one relic to a healing relic, which will be beneficial for Catherine and also for Seline, because they are reasonably similar in how they build up attack. So we've got here, this should be over very quickly for either us or them. We're either going to die very quickly. A big glass cannon build, this one. So we'll see the increase in damage and the attack. And then when Sal attacks as well, it doesn't heal. Unfortunate. We do apply Vital Drain with Catherine's passive as well. The reason that I put Seraphina in the top is because Seraphina and Lachesis' speed are both the same, so she will do a full heal, and then Lachesis will kick off and heal Sal, so he should be doing quite a bit of damage, as long as nothing misses. But we see, I think there's a higher dodge rate on this Medusa, it seems. So we'll see Sal's second ability in action here, and we'll see. Oh, it was 2.9 million, we just hitting one of them. That is a shame. We'll see the heal here, increase Sal's damage and attack again. And we should be good to go on this one. I don't suspect this Medusa will be able to kill us. Yeah, a lot of the units are missing, so I suspect it's a higher dodge chance on that one. But again, if you build around him, he will carry you through a lot of difficult events. So in this one, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe or if you want to leave a like, absolutely fantastic. And if you want to ask any questions, please leave a comment or go to the Discord server, where there's a lot of good advice floating around in there, a lot of other videos from a lot of other content creators as well. So yeah, I just wish you many blessings with your summons, and good luck getting through the this season's Rift Odyssey.